And now we're going to learn, you just learned when your hair is going to look great. Now Diane's going to teach you how your body can feel great too, right?
That's right. Stephanie Turkel is a registered dietitian here, and she's joining us every Tuesday to kind of give us some healthy tips. Today we're going to talk about saturated and unsaturated fats, and you've brought us some examples here, so I'll let you just take it away.
Great. What we have here today are examples of saturated and unsaturated fats. On the saturated fats, I brought examples to show you. Now, please note that every container holds approximately 100 calories, so you can kind of compare the different amounts that are shown.
Wow, and in some ways, there's not a whole lot there.
That's right, that's right. In the saturated category, I brought some whipped cream cheese, some shortening, shredded coconut, and regular butter.
So this is just two basically pads of butter that's got about 100 calories in it.
That's right.
And that's not very much as far as the shortening goes. I don't know if you see
it's
that
about
really
2
well.
teaspoons.
And then the unsaturated fats.
Yes, ma'am. I brought 8 walnut halves, 2 teaspoons of canola oil,
Okay.
a half tablespoon of peanut butter, and about 11 olives.
So I eat more than that peanut butter in one day, I'll tell you that. So tell me a little bit about the differences between saturated and unsaturated fats.
The diet should comprise about 30% of your calories from fats, total fats, and then about 10% total calories from saturated fats. And that equates to about 1/3 of your total fats being in saturated fats. The unsaturated fats are associated with good health, whereas saturated fats are associated with heart disease. So it's okay to have a little bit.
But not a lot. Now,
That's
my
right.
question is, because you put as coconut over here as
Yes,
saturated
ma'am.
fat, and I've heard a lot of differences on coconut oil, that it is a saturated fat, but it's a good saturated fat.
Actually, it's considered a saturated fat, so it would fall into the saturated fat category.
Okay, and also the
Yes.
difference between using butter and other, well, butter, olive oil, or the other ones that are like margarine. Yes,
Margarines.
because margarines are not really good for you.
Right. Butter is basically the fat from dairy, and margarines are basically taking vegetable oil, like this canola oil, and doing a process called hydrogenation, and it turns it into a product similar to butter. And what that hydrogenation does is add trans fats to that. So butter has cholesterol with no trans fatty acids, or virtually no trans fatty acids, but margarine does not have cholesterol, while it has some trans fatty acids.
Now talk about some of the foods that do have healthy fat in it. I mean, avocados are
Yes,
one.
avocado is a healthy fat, and 2 tablespoons comprise one's about 50 calories.
Okay, what are some of the other items that are good fats for us?
Peanut oil is a good fat. Let me see. All fats from your, most of your fruit and vegetable products from the earth, usually have good fats, with the exception of coconut and palm oils.
Okay, so we can use those, but just use them in moderation. Because
That's
I
right.
prefer to use butter when I'm cooking.
That's right, butter.
I won't use margarine.
Right, and it's virtually, as far as health goes, it's about the same as margarine, stick margarine.
And then a few tips for weight management regarding your fat intake, because we do need a certain amount of fat in our bodies, because that's what absorbs our vitamins, and the good foods are absorbed into our bloodstream by those fats.
Right, there are 4 fat-soluble vitamins, so we do need to eat a certain amount of fats to be able to absorb those vitamins. Also, there are 2 essential fatty acids called linoleic and linolenic acid that we need from our fats. And fats also help give us a feeling of fullness when we eat, so that it helps to prevent overeating as well.
And that's the thing too, is the good fats that give us energy that we need to go throughout the day, because a lot of times people are eating the wrong things and they're not getting full. So what are a couple things that people could eat as far as a snack to keep them energized throughout the day, but are not going to cause them to fall asleep and eating things that will not help with their weight loss?
Right, yogurt's a great snack. It's always a good idea to have a snack that has a little bit of protein and some about half carbohydrate and a little bit of fat to kind of keep you going throughout the day.
So maybe some yogurt with a little bit of granola.
Right, granola
a piece
bars
of fruit.
are great. Yes, piece of fruit. one of my favorite snacks is to eat apple wedges with peanut butter, and it's a great.
It's one of my favorite too. And also we need to drink more water.
That's
one of my
right.
faults. I don't drink enough. Thank you very much, Stephanie, for joining us, and we'll see you next week. And if you have any questions at all for her, just put it on our Facebook page, and we'll get to it next Tuesday. We'll have more news and weather in just 2 minutes. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.